Polo G came in the music game quick and fierce with his hood struggle and life pain in his music, dropping his first single, Man Listen, which has over 4 million views of this recording, quickly gained him attention from all over. But Polo G hasn't had the easiest come up throughout his career. He almost caught time for drugs and almost OD'd and had a near-death experience with pills. This is Top Trend TV, and this is the criminal history of Polo G.
This straight out flames, huh?
Polo G was born and raised in the Old Town area of Chicago, which was on the north side, which is known for its high crime and drug activity. He says he started to play around with rapping when he was about 8 or 9 and improved his skills in it over time. By the time he was 18, he started rapping, soon making songs.
Might get 7-4-11 tatted on my face. If you throw up the forks, I won't hesitate to let shots out the 8. Boogie in the H, trying to get them bricks out the way. That 6 BK, bitch, I ain't cracked the trade.
But growing up on the north side of Chicago came with the risk of jail time and even death. Even though Polo G fell victim to these risks, he still overcame them and focused on his career and his dream. Luckily for Polo G, he was raised by both of his parents, with 3 of his siblings, in a small project development known as Marshall Field Garden Apartments. Polo G mentions in a couple of his songs and in some of his interviews that he actually wants to buy out his whole hood and that it's worth around $1.3 million. Polo G says that Lil Wayne is a big influence in his music. He also grew up listening to Gucci Mane and Chicago rappers Lil Durk, G Herbo, and Chief Keef. When Polo G was younger, he says he wasn't really into the streets. He says he would rather play basketball than be in the streets when he was younger. But as time went on, Polo G found himself falling victim to the streets faster and faster. From robberies and shootouts and a lot of drug activity, Polo G has lost a lot of his homies due to the streets. And he really expresses that in his music and says it a little bit in interviews too. He even put some of his homies that died from gun violence and his grandmother on his album cover, Die a Legend, which peaked at number 6 on Billboards in 2019. But around March 2018, Polo G faced a string of arrests for selling weed and stealing cars, which caught him a couple months in Crook County Jail, one of the most dangerous jails in Chicago. He says he was doing music for about 6 months before he went to jail, and while he was in there was the time that his music really did the best. But after about a month being out of jail, Polo G was partying and popping pills throughout the day. He says he popped so many pills that day that he actually was forgetting that he was doing them. Polo G says halfway through the night, he blacked out, and when he woke up, he was in the hospital. He said his father told him he was lucky and could have died that night. He says this was right before his music started to blow too. So after that, he put the drugs down and really focused on his career. He popped about 18X and Xanax pills that night. And the only thing to get Polo G through that hard time was the music. So he dropped Finer Things, making it one of his biggest songs to date with nearly 100 million views. Soon everybody realizes Polo G's true potential. Then he dropped his next song, Pop Out, featuring Lil TJ, which has nearly 200 million views to date. By then, Polo G and Lil TJ was really taking over the internet, and the song really went viral. After this song, anticipation was high for Polo G, and people couldn't wait for him to drop his next song or mixtape. Then soon after, dropping Battle Cry and Deep Wounds, which also did numbers. Then Polo G dropped his first album, June 7, 2019, that peaked at number 1 on Billboards. Recently, Polo G dropped another album, May 5th, 2020, named The GOAT, and is currently on Apple Music's Top 100 chart. Polo G recently had a son. I'm not sure his age or when he had him. feel free to comment if you know. But he seems to be on good terms with his baby mother. And his baby mother recently did a video with DDG. But Polo G definitely stays out of the beef and seems to just focus on his music, which is a pretty good thing if you ask me. But that'll be about it on Polo G. Comment down below who y'all want to see next, and like the video. And again, thanks for watching. And as always, stay blessed, stay well. Yeah.